back to my channel. I'm Reed Wilson and I am the challenge girly. So I take my daily life and I make everything into a challenge. One, it makes it more fun, and two, I do it for entertainment because, well, why not? It's the day and age where we're all online. So today's video is I'm going to actually show you guys how I can enrich my animals by stimulating their brains when it is extremely cold outside in my neck of the woods. I'm in Canada and today it is -45 with the wind chill. So I don't let them go outside. One, my dog, as you guys have seen videos before, she is a big baby when it comes to cold. She hates it. She refuses to go outside, so this is how I stimulate her brain. I should say though, the #1 thing that I do to stimulate her brain is training. So I just put out a video not too long ago on how I train her, doing new tricks and stuff. So go watch that video if you hadn't, because that is another way to stimulate her brain. When it's really cold outside and I refuse to go for a walk, I should say actually she refuses to go for a walk because she won't go outside. So I'm just actually going to go through the steps on what I do to help their brains stay stimulated. The first thing I'm going to do is the cat. You guys saw that he got this for Christmas, so I will show you kind of what I do. His favorite treats are freeze-dried shrimp, so I'm just going to add some of those to that. And it's very cold today and it's almost noon and they're extremely bored, so I thought this was the perfect time to do this. I don't want to give him very much because he would eat this whole bag. What I do for this, the cat one is pretty easy, is I just kind of put a couple into like every slot. Oh, one fell on the floor. The dog will eat that shrimp, it's fine for her. And then I just put it down on the counter. Hey, come on. And then he will go and eat that. The nice part is that, you know, he uses paws, that kind of thing. I also have a slow feeder for him because I don't free feed him, because if I did, he would just eat the whole house. So the next thing I'm going to show you is just how I do have mini games for the dog. So I have lots of snuffle mats. So that's probably the first one I'm going to show you. Because I know she knows what it is. I also have just like teaser games that I have purchased over the years for her. You don't have to purchase them. I was just too lazy to recreate them, but you can make games at home, which if this, you guys like this kind of video, I will actually show you how to do at home, like teaser games or stimulation games. But for now, I'm just gonna get everything that I do on a regular for her. The first thing we're gonna start with is the snuffle mat. So as you can see, it is quite large. This one's her favorite. I used to have others, like littler ones when she was a puppy, but this is her favorite one. So all I do is I just take like one treat and like just kind of stuff it into each crevice. Now you could do this with food too. I anticipated her not being able to go out today, so I did not feed her as much because I make the equivalent of treats. Now this is just freeze-dried turkey, so it's not like it's bad for her. It's not like full-on treats or anything like that. It's quite healthy. And then yeah, I just stuff them into the crevices, and I only do one treat in each crevice because there's no point in overloading her. I would also like to know, like for those people that also live in a cold climate, what you do with your animals on cold days other than these kind of things. Like I say, I train. Willow's never really been big into like fetch or that kind of stuff, so we play tug. That's a game she likes to play, so we'll do that. What other animal stimulation games do you do? And I never leave the cat out. I'm one of those people. Especially because my cat actually plays fetch better than my dog does. And he's been doing that since he was a kitten. And I know I'm doing this on the table, so yes, it does make it a little difficult to get down, but it's too big, and I love her, but she would try and eat the treats as I'm putting them in. And on these bigger ones, I only do like one. I don't do every crevice. She knows this mat so well now that it actually doesn't take her as long to do. And here's my trick to the waterfall side. I just flip it all up. That way I'm not going real fancy. And it's evenly spread. Okay, now I'm gonna show you what I do for those days that we don't have, like if I'm not doing a snuffle mat or if I'm actually working. So I do prep. So the first thing I do is I take peanut butter and you can come after me all you want to. I just use the natural peanut butter from Costco. My vet says it's fine. I've already asked questions, so come after me all you want, but that's what I use. So I use peanut butter, and then I also use Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt, not flavored or anything like that. Just no sugar, that kind of thing. Just absolutely plain. And I usually do a 1-to-1 ratio. Then I just mix those together. So I guess the challenge today is I'm just challenging myself to prep this so that, you know, next time it's really, really cold, I already have it prepared. Okay, and then once it's all mixed together, you should have something that kind of looks like this. I buy this wet food from Costco that I use. I don't use it for her actual food. I use it for these kind of things. Not because I don't think it's good food source. She's just too big of a dog. Like, it would be so expensive. According to this, I'd have to give her 2.5 cans at every meal. So I'll start with a lick mat. I'll just show you guys what I do with a lick mat. So I start by throwing some onto the lick mat of that concoction of peanut butter omega-3s, and I just spread it out like so, just to get a nice even layer. Now, I freeze these. I know that sounds silly because I'm doing this when it's cold outside, but it takes her longer to get through when I freeze them. But you can do them not frozen. Also, freezing them means that hi, sweet boy. Freezing them means that it will last longer too, which is why I can prep it. So I start with that, spread that, and then I take some of that wet food, just add it on top. Just a little bit, it doesn't have to be a lot. And then from there, I just add a couple of like smaller treats for her that will freeze onto there. So like, she really likes these. It's actually a cat treat, but she really likes them. They're like little minnows. And then I just put like regular treats on it too. And they freeze on really nicely, so. And then I will show you, so I just do like a couple of those. And you kind of just push it into the wet stuff so that it will freeze in. And then all I do is I have a baking sheet, put it on the baking sheet, and then I'll flash freeze it before I put it into like a Ziploc bag. Okay, I'll show you how I fill a Kong toy. So I'll start with the larger Kong toy because she likes this one the most. And I'll just fill it up with the little concoction on the sides. And then I do put in some of the wet food again. And then I always finish, like this one I can put in a couple of the small treats too. But I always finish this one off with a bigger treat. So the Kong toys get finished off with a bigger treat that I like stick into the top so that they start with something like that. And then same, I just put it onto the tray and I'll flash freeze. The whole point of this challenge is I'm gonna show you how I can stimulate her for like a 24-hour period, and this is the perfect time because again, it's like negative 40 something out. So throughout the day and stuff, I will make sure I video what I'm doing with her and how I'm stimulating her brain. It might be more than a 24-hour stimulation. This cold front is supposed to be for like 3 or 4 days where I am, so I might be doing this for a while because I also want to show you a couple of the other toys that I use with her. So that's the challenge. I'm just going to show you how I essentially challenge myself to challenge their brains, and so that they don't get, well, I don't know about your animals, but my animals get really restless, and when they're really restless, they become teenage hormones all of a sudden. So I will show you what I do in that period. I might even video the whole week, so this video might actually come out a little later than I anticipate, but that's going to be the challenge. Another thing I always do is, while I have her little treat jar here, yes, it's empty, but I always make sure that I have easy access to it. That helps stimulate her brain too, because then I can just do a trick with her and give her a treat whenever I feel like she needs one. So just a little hack if you're having trouble. All right, so another thing that I do, you guys, please don't mind the mess, is I call it hide and seek. She knows the term. Now, right now she is actually outside going to the bathroom, shockingly. And so what I do is I just take some treats and I like hide them around the house, mostly in her bed, in her blanket, sometimes around her toys. I do it on the couch. Now, when I've first started training her, I would do this and she would do a stay. And so I just kind of hide the treats, just some in open sight, some not, just kind of put them anywhere. And then when she comes back from going to the bathroom, or if I do actually have her in a stay, I can just let her go. And then it takes her a while to go and find them all. So that's another stimulation. So when she comes back from the bathroom, I'll show you. Oh, there she is. Now my door is frozen shut, so I have to go to the other one. Oh, she thinks I put him downstairs. Mommy didn't put him downstairs this time. Go. Okay, go find it. And then she'll just like sniff around and find the treats. I do this with her food too. So like at mealtime tonight, I'll probably do this for her as well. This isn't a big one. I usually do it like all around the house, like top to bottom. So it takes her like a half an hour to find everything, but that's another good way to stimulate your dogs when it's cold outside, you guys. All right, that's gonna be it for me this week, you guys. I think that challenge is complete. I was able to stimulate their brains for more than 24 hours. I was able to prep some more so that next time we have a cold front, this might not be an issue. And if you guys have any suggestions on how to stimulate their brains more, I am really open to it because I've been doing kind of the same thing for the last 7 years. So Willow would probably appreciate something new and exciting for her. And if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you hadn't hit the subscribe button yet, please do, as it is free and it really does help me out. And I do want to say thank you to all the subscribers I already have, because this has been a lot of fun. So I'm so grateful that people actually want to watch this. I am listening to all your ideas because you guys are the ones watching it. I really am so glad that you guys are enjoying it, and I'll see you next Saturday when life feels gray. Let's find the black and white balance. Have a great week, you guys.